please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Locked on and he scored! And we're live. And we're live. What is going on, everybody? First live stream since the suspension of the NHL season. Obviously, we don't have any games to talk about or anything like that going on, which sucks. But I want to thank you all for being here. We're going to try and make the best of it. Obviously, not an ideal situation. I'd love to be calling a game right now. I was planning on calling a game tonight. But instead, we're going to do some trivia. I've got a bunch of NHL trivia questions up. Going to be a really fun time. Yeah, well, the ads that you guys are watching are paying my bills. So, thank you for watching for having ads on the channel. But anyway, thank you guys all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Remember to smash that like button, guys, and give this subscribe as well if you are new. Actually, this is my first stream using Streamlabs, which is a little bit better than OBS. It's pretty much the same program with a few things added to it. So actually, if we get any new subscribers or any donations tonight, there's actually going to be some new graphic stuff that you guys will get to see. So looks like we got a bunch of people here already. I saw Rob was here, Jack, Daniel, Vernon, Kenneth is here, Willow's here, Firestrike, Caleb's here. What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for watching. DMV as well, hockey fans here. Really, really appreciate you guys all being here. This is my first time streaming with this new program, so is everything good? I want to know, like, audio, video, like, everything looks good, guys. If just let me know in the chat if something's wrong, I can try and fix it. I completely started from scratch with this new program, so just still, you know, everything might not be exactly perfect yet. Hey, there we go, Rob. I mean, Rob, obviously, he's been a subscriber for a long time. He unsubscribed and then resubscribed. But yes, there are some new graphics for subscribers and for donations as well. So I really do appreciate that. What's going on? Dash is here. Alex is here as well. Wow, we got a lot of people in the chat already, which is fantastic. So I want to thank you all so much for being here. Yeah, I mean, we've got a good crowd already. Let's see. That's a pretty good. Actually, Jack, I was going to ask you guys while we're here before we get started with the trivia. I was going to ask you guys. I was thinking about like rewatching some old NHL playoff games and then like calling them like they were live. So if you guys were if you guys are interested in that, I'd love to be doing that over the next few weeks. DMV's doing it as well. Guys, please don't. Everybody, please don't. Yeah, it pops up now when we get a new subscriber, as long as their subscriptions are public. But everyone, please don't go unsubscribe and resubscribe. That's going to mess with YouTube's analytics. And, I mean, I don't think I'd lose subscribers over that, but we don't need everybody to do that. Yes, the SpongeBob and that noise for when someone new subscribes, and then there's a different one for donations, which is cool as well. Yeah, that's part of the new graphics that I was able to put together with this new program. But I was going to ask you guys, about the old playoff games. I was going to go and, like, obviously they already happened, but I was going to go and call old playoff games that I could find full videos of online on YouTube, and call those games like I was, you know, calling them live if I had this channel back then or whatever. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I might do that a few nights a week or something like that. Obviously, just want to keep this channel going. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to do Bruins Canucks Game 7, anything like that. Any old playoff games for sure. It's gotta be a game that I can like find a way to watch, like a full full rebroadcast of the game or something like that. But that's for the future, guys. Daniel just did it too. Well, welcome, Daniel. Thank you so much. Yeah, it pretty much DMV is a lot like Twitch. Yeah, this is the program that most Twitch streamers use as well as a lot of people on YouTube use it too, but Twitch especially. Sens Rangers game 5. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find some games, and I'm gonna try and find some games that I can rewatch the whole thing online, and then call the game as I'm watching them, like they were happening live. But I want to do like playoff games. All right, so yeah, maybe we can do that a little bit later this week. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. Jack's here. What's going on, Jack? School is closed for 2 weeks. So you just get to chill for 2 weeks. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yes, this software is free, THG. Yeah, it's free. All right, so looks like we've got a good crowd here. Fire Strike's closed indefinitely. Wow. All right. Daniel Roberts 613 just subscribed. Wow, well, there we go. Thank you, Daniel. Although I'm pretty sure Daniel was already subscribed, but yes, we can do trivia. Oh, sweet. All right, yes, we can do trivia. You guys ready? We got a good crowd here. Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna keep taking a bunch of requests right now for old playoff games to do, guys. We're gonna no, please do not ask to be mod. Oh my, you're all doing it now. You're all unsubbing and doing it back. Yeah, please don't ask to be mod. I've said multiple times I'm adding new mods at 1,500 subscribers, and that we're not there yet. So, what's going on, Vernon? We're gonna start the trivia now. So I got a ton of questions here. I'm gonna pick through and try and pick out the best ones. But you know, they're not in any particular order or anything like that. I've just got a page up with over 400 NHL trivia questions on them. So for the first one, and I know we got a lot of Bruins fans on this channel. Who is the first player in NHL history to score 100 points in a single season? So that is the question, guys. Well, who is the first player to score 100 points in a single season? And if you guys got the answer, just let me... Daniel Roberts' other account. Put it in the chat, and we'll see who gets it right. First player in NHL history to score 100 points in a single season. All right. Rob says Bobby Orr. That is not... Well, I shouldn't. I'm going to wait. First person to say the right answer, I will... Fire Strike's got it. Fire Strike with the win. It is Phil Esposito, 1968... 1968, 67, or let's see, let me make sure I get the year right. 68, 69, I was right. Phil Esposito became the first player to score 100 points in a single season when he scored 126 points in 74 games. So there you go, guys. It is Phil Esposito. Fire Strike was correct. That's the first question there. All right. Let's see. Let me pick another good one here. This is a famous one. I think most of you are going to know this one. This is a pretty famous happening as far as the NHL is concerned. Which player was the first NHL player to score a full-strength goal, a power play goal, a shorthanded goal, a penalty shot goal, and an open net goal all in the same game? And this was a pretty famous thing that happened. So I expect a lot of you guys are probably going to get this one, I would expect. But a power play goal, even strength goal, short penalty shot goal, open net goal, and shorthanded goal all in the same game. Very, very famous player. Very, very famous happenings. Yes! Rob gets that one correct. Rob gets that one correct. It is Mario Lemieux for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He did it, let's see, back in New Year's Eve in 1988 against the New Jersey Devils, Mario Lemieux scored 5 goals, all different kinds of goals that game. And that is the correct answer. So Rob gets the point for that one, not that I'm keeping score. Not that I'm keeping score necessarily, but Rob gets the point for that one. Yes, it's Mario Lemieux, guys. Yes. Hey, looks like we got a bunch. So I'm seeing some new people here. That's cool, guys. Please hit that subscribe button if you are new, and give this video a like as well. Those thumbs up really, really go a long way in helping the channel a lot. But let's see. Next question. You guys ready for the next question? Mario Lemieux was the correct answer to that last one. Which of the following players set a record for being the youngest 100-point scorer in the NHL? So, who set a record for being the youngest 100-point scorer in the NHL? Was it Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr, Rick McLeish, or Dale Hawerchuk? That is the question. Youngest 100-point scorer in the NHL, Wayne Gretzky, Bobby Orr, Rick McLeish, or Dale Hawerchuk. Which one of those 4 was the youngest 100-point scorer? I will tell you when the right answer comes up in the chat. Tate with the correct answer. Congratulations, Tate. You were the first one to answer. Dale Hawerchuk. That is correct. It was Dale Hawerchuk in, let's see, let me make sure I get the year right. Winnipeg Jets, 1981-82. Hawerchuk was 18 years and 11 months of age when he reached 100 points that season, and he's the youngest guy to do it. So it was Dale Hawerchuk was the correct answer for that one. So we are correct. Hang on. So I don't have to keep switching my computer screen, guys. I think I'm going to pull up these trivia questions on my phone. So I don't have to keep switching the streams. Let's see. So I don't have to switching the screens and clicking all around over the place. Let's see. Is this the... Yeah, here it is. All right, I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. Hey, TTC's here. What's going on? Any other new people here? Let's see. I see TTC, Larkin. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for watching here tonight. Remember to hit that like button and please subscribe if you're new. If your subscriptions are public, you'll get a surprise that you haven't seen on this channel before. Hey, Vaughn's here. What's going on, Vaughn? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Jonathan Odoron's here. What's going on? Welcome. Welcome, man. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Really appreciate it. Nice to have so many people here, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button and to like as well on the video. That really, really helps the channel a lot, guys. Let's see. Ooh. Here's an interesting one. This one in the 2000s, so some of you guys might have been around to actually see this. At least a good number of you. Hey, Romanian Heaven, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Who was the last remaining player on the New York Rangers from their 1994 Stanley Cup winning team? So who lasted the longest with the Rangers out of that 1994? Hey, Vernon with a dono. Oh, yes. What's going on? Thank you so much, Vernon. Let's get some dono hype in the chat, guys, for Vernon. That's fantastic. Super chatted $2. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. And you got the new graphic for donos as well. Vernon's the first one to try out the new graphic. Hey, Behind the Arc Basketball. What's going on, Sal? Thank you so much. Yes, you are correct, Rob. Mark Messier is the correct answer. Mark Messier was the last remaining New York Ranger on the Rangers from that 1994 team. Brian Leetch was traded to Toronto. I believe in 2004, Leetch was traded to Toronto mid-season, leaving Mark Messier as the final member of the 1994 team to still be on the New York Rangers. So Mark Messier is the correct answer to that question. So there we go, guys. It was Mark Messier. Hey, TJ's here. What's going on, TJ? Welcome, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Just looking for the next question here. Ooh, this is a good one. This is going to be a hard one because it's not going to be the first team that you think of, most likely. This is going to be a pretty hard one, guys. And, well, maybe not if you know the history. Hey, Jonathan just subscribed. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Great to see that. Even without hockey, without games to call, no play-by-play to do, we're still growing the channel, and that's all thanks to you guys who watch. So I really do appreciate that so much. It really, really helps out a lot. All right, I'm going to say the next question. Do I think that the NHL season will resume? I think it's too early to tell, Vaughn. It depends on, really, I think, the next 2 weeks and what happens over the next couple of weeks with this situation going on. I don't even want to say the word because I don't want the video to get demonetized, but yeah, with this situation, I don't know. All right, so here's the next question, guys. What team did the Edmonton Oilers trade Jari Kurri to in 1991? That is the question. What team was Jari Kurri traded to in 1991? First person to answer correctly in the chat gets the points here. Hey, what's going on, HTH? Welcome, John. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it, as always. Just doing some trivia tonight. Obviously, we don't have games to call anymore, but trying to have some fun and keep the channel going as well. But really appreciate you being here, HTH. Means a lot. And let's see. I will tell you when the answer comes up correctly in the chat. Nobody has gotten it yet. TJ with the correct answer. TJ with the right answer. Philadelphia Flyers. Jari Kurri. I'll read you the whole story here. I'll hear you the whole story. Jari Kurri was traded to Philadelphia with Dave Brown and Corey Foster for Scott Mellanby, Craig Berube, and Craig Fisher. Kurri was then traded to LA with Jeff Chikrin for Steve Duchesne, Steve Casper, and a 4th-round pick on the same day. Kurri never played a game with the Flyers, but he was traded to Philadelphia before then in the same day being traded to the Kings. So he never played for the Flyers, but the Oilers traded him to Philadelphia, and then Philadelphia immediately traded him to LA. So yeah, that was how it all went down, and he never played a game for Philadelphia, but that's who he was originally traded to. Let's see. Ooh, okay, here's a good one. Yeah, Tate, Flyers legend. Let's see. HGH says there won't be events over 50 in the U.S. Who knows what's going on right now with all. I know my state, they just banned gatherings over 25 people. You literally cannot have more than 25 people in the same place anymore. They put a ban on that today. So it's crazy everything that's going on right now. But I got the next question, guys, if you guys are ready. Hey, what's going on? I'll just say Corner Store for sure. What's going on, Corner Store? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Next question ready, guys. Who drafted Mike Pekka in the 1992 NHL draft? So who is Mike Pekka? Played for a lot of teams in the NHL, was around the league for a while. Who originally drafted him in 1992, 40th overall? I just want to know the team that drafted Mike Pekka in 1992. So when the correct answer comes up in the chat, I will say who got it right first. Wow, the correct answer has not been up yet. No correct answers yet. Yes, MJ with the correct answer. Vancouver Canucks. MJ said it first. THG was right behind him. The Vancouver Canucks originally drafted Mike Pekka 40th overall in the 1992 NHL draft. So MJ with the point there. That is correct. Let's see. Moving on to the next page of questions here, guys. All right, some of these questions are... Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one, guys. I think you'll have fun with this one. I think we all know that hockey fan what the answer is. All right, you guys ready for the next question? We've got which goaltender did Steve Yzerman score his 500th career goal against? Now, I was not even born yet when this happened, so I assume that most of you were not born yet either, because it happened in January of 1996. But which goaltender did Steve Yzerman score his 500th goal against? I will, when someone says the right answer in the chat, I will point it out and we'll have a winner. But that's an interesting question. Probably something that not many people are going to know right off the top of their head. But we'll see. Yes, Romanian Heaven with the correct answer. It was Patrick Waugh. January 17th, 1996. Detroit win over Colorado. Yzerman scores his 500th career goal against Patrick Waugh. Romanian Heaven first in the chat with it. Congratulations, you are correct. Let's see. Wow, so some of these questions, guys, that I'm looking through are like really specific. And all right, we got another goalie question here. We've got another goalie question here. Which goaltender won the Vezina Trophy in the 1990-91 season? So it would be the 1991 Vezina Trophy. Which goaltender won it in 90-91? And I think someone's going to get this answer, I think, pretty quick here, I would assume. But I will let you know when someone gets the right answer. Yes, Panther, you are correct, Panther. It is Eddie Belfour. Ed Belfour played 74 games that season and won 43 of them with a 2.47 goals against average and a .910 save percentage. and and 4 shutouts that season. Eddie Belfour was your 1991 Vezina Trophy winner. Yes. So Panther got that one right first. That is correct. All right, I'm already on the next page, guys. So looks like we still got a good crowd here watching, which is fantastic. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all watching. Remember to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Both of those things really, really help out a lot and are very much appreciated. What's going on, Aiden? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, please don't spam stuff in the chat. No, stop saying Kahoot in the chat. I don't even know what that is, but I'm using this quiz for tonight, so I'm not changing the quiz right now. I have no idea. I don't even know what Kahoot is, THG. I have no idea. I've never done that before, but this is the quiz for tonight. So stop saying it in the chat or I'm going to time you out. Ooh, okay. Here's a good one. Here's a good question. This one's going to be interesting, guys. Which of these players, and I'll name the players in a second, which of these players did not have 1,000 points in their NHL career? They did not reach 1,000 points in their NHL career. Henry Richard, Jean Beliveau, Stan Mikita, or Maurice Rocket Richard. Which one of those players did not reach 1,000 career points in the NHL? First one to have the correct answer in the chat will get the point, although there's no real points here because I'm not keeping score. But I will let you know who it is once I see the correct answer in the chat. What's going on? I don't know anymore. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, as always. Let's see. Yes, Fire Strike. That is correct. Rocket Richard. Maurice Richard did not have 1,000 career points. He finished his career with 965 career points. So out of all of those players, Stan Mikita had 1,467. Jean Beliveau had 1,219. Henry Richard had 1,046. Maurice Richard finished his career with 965 career points. He did not reach 1,000 points in his NHL career. Okay. So, Fire Strike, you get the point for that one. You are correct. And I'm looking for the next great question here, guys. Not seeing it. Not seeing many great ones here. All right, here's one. This one's interesting. This is a pretty interesting one here, guys. Who led the league in goals in the 1999-2000 NHL season? So the league leader in goals in 1999-2000. Let me know in the chat, and I will award the winner, whoever gets it in the chat first. No, it's all good, THG. There were like 4 or 5 people typing it over and over and over in the chat, just spamming it, and it was really annoying. Yes, Pavel Bure. Pavel Bure led the NHL in goals that season with 58 that year. That is correct. Pavel Bure is the correct answer. Who said that first? I missed it. I know DMV said it. Panther said it. If you keep spamming in the chat, you're going to get timed out. Please do not spam in the chat, or I have no problem just timing you out. Yes, Pavel Bure, correct. All right, let's see. Switching over to the next page now. Got lots. I mean, there's over 400 questions here that I'm sifting through. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here's a good one. This is an interesting one, guys. What player won the inaugural Selke Trophy in 1978? So the first Selke Trophy was awarded in 1978. Which player won that award? Yes, the answer to the last one, Audrey, welcome to the stream, was Pavel Bure, yes. And yes, Pavel Bure was a very, very fun player to watch. Lightning fast, great goal scorer, really fun player. But this first one to answer this question is correct. Inaugural Selke Trophy in 1978. Who won it? Which player? Still, the correct answer I do not see in the chat yet. Nope. Guys, this guy is like the king of Selke trophies. He won, I believe... Yes, THG, you are correct. Bob Gainey. I believe he won four Selke trophies in his career. Bob Gainey won the first one in 1978. He also won it in 1979, 1980, and 1981. So 4 years in a row for Bob Gainey. And then he finished runner-up in 1982. So Bob Gainey won the first Selke Trophy when it became an award in 1978. So that is correct. It is Bob Gainey. Ooh, all right. This is an interesting one, guys. You will have some fun with this. 2002-2003 season, so 02-03. Which goaltender led the league in goals against average with 1.72 GAA that season? He did not win the Vezina Trophy. He did not win the Vezina Trophy that year. Hey, Maddie, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Remember to drop that like, guys, and please subscribe if you're new. And, yeah, shout out to Aiden McDonald. He's been in the chat the last few streams here. So really appreciate having Aiden on the channel. So big shout out to him in the chat. But if you guys know the answer, let me know in the chat, and I will award who won it that year. Let's see. He did. Yes, Tate with the correct answer. Tate Bond with the correct answer. Marty Turco led the 2002-2003 season in goals against average. With a 1.72 goals against. He did not win the Vezina Trophy that year. Marty Brodeur ended up taking home the Vezina Trophy. A really, really interesting stat there. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. It's very, very much appreciated. Let's see. Let me push this down a little bit since I'm sitting a little lower now. Oh, God. Trying to adjust the camera. My bad, guys. All right, here we go. Hey, appreciate all of you who have subscribed. Really, really appreciate it. Means a lot. Let's see. Next question here. I'm going to try and find the next one. Yeah, Tate coming in big with that answer there. That was a tough question. I figured Brodeur would be the popular answer, and he did win the Vezina that year. But Turco actually had the best goals against average. Hey, Ben, welcome to this chat. Anthony as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. As always, guys. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one. I like this question. You guys probably going to have fun with this. 1976. 1976. So we're going back quite a bit here. Which defenseman won the Norris Trophy in 1976, stopping Bobby Orr from winning his 9th consecutive Norris Trophy? So who Orr had dominated the Norris Trophy through the late 60s and early 70s. In 1976, who stopped the Orr streak of Norris Trophies and won it? And I'm not going to tell you who he played for because that would probably give it away. So who won the 1976 Norris Trophy? That basically is this question. Fire Strike with the correct answer. Dennis Potvin from the New York Islanders. Great, great, great defenseman for the New York Islanders in the 70s and into the 80s. He went on to win 3 more Norrises as well for 4 total in his career. But yes, Dennis Potvin is the correct answer. Hey, Aiden, no self-promotion in the chat, man. Come on, I already gave you a shout out. Please don't be asking people to sub in the chat, please. No self-promotion on the channel, because if I let one person do it, then I have to let everyone do it. But yeah, I'm just cleaning some things up in the chat, guys. Yeah, mods, if people are going to spam in the chat or do self-promoting stuff, just delete the thing. All right, Maddie has a question. Yes, Maddie, if you want to ask the question, go for it right now, man. I'll wait. I'll hold off on my next question that I ask. Go for it. Hey, welcome, Brandon. Thank you, man. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you on the stream, as always. Hey, Kyle, what's going on? Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you haven't already. Those thumbs up really help out a lot. And to subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you subscribe and your subscriptions are public, you're gonna get a surprise on the stream if I got some new graphics now that I have Streamlabs. So, all right, here's Maddie's question. What owner almost bought a pro hockey team in the 90s? He was a con man. What was his name and what team did he almost buy? Wow, Maddie, I have no idea. I don't know that at all. Maddie, you're going to have to drop the actual answer in the chat because I have no idea, dude. A con man almost bought a pro hockey team in the 90s. I John Spano in the Islanders? All right. I should have known it was an Islanders question. I should have known it was an Islanders question from Maddie. John Spano, New York Islanders. Okay. There you go. There you have it, guys. I believe DMV said he had a question as well. So, DMV, if you want to drop that in the chat, go for it, man. They might put you on lockdown, Vaughn. That's not good. I know there's a lot going on with the whole situation going around right now. But man, I definitely hope you don't get put on complete lockdown. That would be wild. Hey, Sutton's here. What's going on, Sutton? Welcome to the... All right, that's it. Yo, you've said the same thing like 6 times in a row. You're taking a break. You're taking a break, buddy. I don't know why we have people that just can't behave in the chat. That's very, very annoying, but... Who is the last Canadiens captain to play at the Montreal Forum? Last Canadiens captain to play at the Montreal Forum. I really am not sure. I am not sure. So again, DMV, you're gonna have to alert us when the right answer is given, because I don't know the answer to that. I am not sure. The last Canadiens captain to play at the Montreal Forum. I don't know when the Forum closed. If I knew the year that the Forum closed, I probably would be able to guess the captain. But I don't know Montreal Canadiens history that well. Or not when the Forum closed, but when the Canadiens stopped playing there. I have no clue, honestly. Pierre Turgeon. Okay, well, thank you for the update, because I did not know the answer to that. It's Pierre Turgeon, says... DMV, and the Canadiens stopped playing there in 1996. So yes, the time-wise that does make sense. Pierre Turgeon. Okay. All right, guys. I got the next question up. So, or actually, I don't. Yeah. Guys, we're sticking to hockey questions here. This is a hockey stream. We're trying to stick to hockey talk here, guys, and get our minds off of everything else that's going on in the world right now. So, yes, but I really do appreciate you all being here. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Both of those things really, really help out a lot and are very, very much appreciated. Let's see. Brandon has a question here. Earlier on this year, Nikita Zadorov delivered this hit on a former Panther... I don't know what hit you're talking about, Brandon. Like, I don't know what hit you're talking about. No, you don't have to remove them, THG. I'm just going to ignore them from here on out. You don't have to remove them, THG, but I'm just going to ignore those questions from here on out. I'm going to stick to hockey. Who was the first team to be removed from the NHL? I don't know the answer to that either, Sutton. I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. But anyway, while we're here, I think I'm going to ask my next question here from what I got pulled up. Who was the first player to score 60 times in one season? So, who was the first player to hit the 60 goal mark in a single season? They already that if I give you that hint, it's going to give it away, especially if you've been here for the entire stream. So, I'm not going to give you any more of a hint than that. Oh, it was Jace Howerluck? Okay, Brandon, that makes sense. Former Panther player. I just didn't know what hit you specifically were talking about, but Hey, what's going on, Austin? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much. Sutton says the answer is the Montreal Wanderers. Okay, I did not know that, Sutton. But anyway, the current question right now, and Firestrike gets it correct. Firestrike again with the correct answer. Phil Esposito was the first player to score 60 goals in a single season in 1970-71. He scored 76 goals that year. So that is correct. Phil Esposito. All right, let's see. On to the next page of questions here, guys. Who would know, like, a specific save percentage off the top of their head? Ooh, here is a very, very good one. Here's a very good question, guys. Panther, we can do yours after this one. I have a really good question here. And you'll be happy, THG. It involves someone. No, if I say that, it's gonna give it away. Who was the first Russian-born player to be drafted #1 overall in the NHL draft by an NHL team? Coach Plays, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in. That's awesome to have you here. Current question on the board is, who was the first Russian-born player to be drafted #1 overall by an NHL team in the NHL draft? And first person in the chat to say it correct, to give the correct answer, gets the point here. So, although I'm not keeping score, this is just for fun. But it is cool to see, like, someone get it first. I'll give you a shout out. I'll let you guys know when the correct answer comes up in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Todd? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, as always. Sucks that we don't have... yes, THG! It sucks that we don't have actual games to stream, but we're doing some awesome trivia here tonight. Let's see. THG gets that one correct. Ilya Kovalchuk, drafted first overall by the Atlanta Thrashers in 2001, was the first Russian-born player taken first overall in the NHL draft. So there you go. THG with the correct answer. You are correct. It is Ilya Kovalchuk in 2001. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Alexander? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. We're just doing some NHL trivia here tonight. Obviously, we don't have any games to talk about or games to call anymore for the time being. So we're doing some trivia here tonight. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Still trying to keep the channel going even without the NHL season still going. And we're going to be doing some things like this as well as other streams and other videos as well while we have a bit of a break here. But I really do appreciate you all watching. I mean, we got a good number of people. We've had 15 to 20 people consistently watching this stream, and there's not even a game going on. So that is a huge thank you and a huge showing from all of you guys who do so much to support this channel. All right, let's see. Panther had a question. Now Firestrike has a question. You guys can go in the chat. We'll get your questions up, and then I will have the next one for me as well. Let's see. Panther, this NHL goalie was involved in a 1992 trade 3 times in the same offseason and twice for the same player. Who is he? I do not know, Panther. That's a very interesting question. I have no idea. So you're going to have to let us know in the chat if someone gets it right. Hey, Coach Plays, really appreciate that, man. Yeah, just, I mean, trying to keep the channel going with as many different video and stream ideas as I can. I'm going to be doing some gaming streams in the future, I think. I'm going to be calling some past playoff games if I can find, like, full games online. I'm going to be calling like they were live some playoff games that have happened in the past. I think that will be a fun thing to do for a couple hours. I've already, got some games in mind that I want to try and find full videos for. But, yeah, just trying to keep the channel going, guys. And obviously we got so many people here. It's really, really awesome. So thank you so much for that, all of you. And Panther's question has yet to be answered correctly here. So Panther says, this NHL goalie was involved in a 1992 trade 3 times in the same offseason and twice for the same player. And I do not know the answer. So someone's going to have to either get the right answer in the chat or Panther's going to have to tell us. Hey, what's going on, Piffany? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but hey, it's another view. It's another view on the stream, so, I do appreciate that. So, thank you guys so much. Stefan Beauregard. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely a bot, THG, I think. Although that channel's been in here quite a bit, so... Hey, I mean, I don't know. It probably is a bot. It's probably one of those sophisticated bots. But hey, it's another view for the stream, so I'm not that upset about it. But we'll see. What's going on, Sutton? Oh, Vaughn's here. Yeah, you guys have been here. So Stefan Beauregard. Okay. I did not know that. Someone else had a question, I think. I forget who it was. My apologies. But if you have a question that you want to ask, drop it in the stream right now. Otherwise, I'm going to ask the next question that I have queued up here to ask in the chat while we do trivia tonight. Oh, Firestrike. Which player had the most games played out of the 2001 draft class? Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Is it? Oh no, Kovalchuk left for so many years. It's definitely not Kovalchuk. I'm honestly, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Hey, Jennifer, welcome to the stream. Oh, you deleted your chat. Well, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys have all subscribed to the channel and hit that like button as we keep off the wall hockey going here. Even though the NHL is currently suspended, just keeping the channel going with some different video ideas, and trivia is being one of them. We've had a pretty good night so far of trivia. It's been a lot of fun. And they're still playing. Oh, THG, I like that. Jason Spezza. That's a good guess right there. That's a really good guess right there. All right, now everybody's spamming questions all at once. So I'm a little lost here. DMV, we all know the answer. That is Alex Ovechkin on the scoring on his back, flipping over and scoring. Hey, what's going on, Spotlight Hockey? Welcome, man. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Very much appreciated. Thanks for being here. It's a defenseman. Okay, so it's not Jason Spezza. 2001 NHL draft. Defenseman. And Tate said Ron Hainsey. It's not Ron Hainsey. So, I mean, he's been in the league a long, long time. But, man, now I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Chara was drafted. Chara was drafted before 2001. He was drafted in the 90s. So, guys, I can't see everything in the chat, guys. You're all asking questions at the same time. I'm just going to go back to asking me asking the questions and all of you answering. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, Kenneth. Really appreciate you stopping back in. Awesome to have you here as always. Oh, wow, it's Dan Hamhuis. Wow. Dan Hamhuis has played the most games out of the 2001 draft class. All right, one last question from you guys, And then I'm going to go back to asking the questions here. Brandon says, back in 2006-2007, Marty Brodeur broke the record for most wins in NHL history, but was tied by another goalie. Who was the goalie that tied Brodeur, and what season did he tie the record? Oof, I have no idea. That's a really good question, Brandon. I don't know. Most wins by a goalie in NHL history? I would assume it's got to... Was it Roberto Luongo? Was it Luongo? Was it Fleury? I'm trying to think of like great goaltenders that would have caught Brodeur. Well, I'm confused by the question. Like someone... What you were... Like... Brodeur broke the record for most wins in NHL history. He broke Patrick Waugh's record, but who was another goalie that tied Brodeur? When Brodeur broke the record, he stayed the leader. Wasn't it Patrick Waugh whose record he broke, and then he stayed the... Oh, did someone catch him? If someone caught Brodeur, it must have been... No, Brodeur's still the record holder. I'm confused here. I don't know. I think that what he means is the guy Brodeur broke Brodeur broke Patrick Waugh's record. I think he means another goaltender has since passed Patrick Waugh as well. And if that's the case, then I believe it's Roberto Luongo. But I'm not sure on that. I was confused by that. Anyway, next question up, guys. Next question. I got the next question here, guys. What year did the San Jose Sharks join the NHL? So, what was the San Jose Sharks' first season as an NHL team? Nope, guys, I'm not taking your questions anymore. I am asking the questions here. Because everyone's asking questions at the same time, and that's just becoming hectic, and it's not going to work. So, what year did the San Jose Sharks join the NHL is the next question. First person to get it right in the chat gets the shout out in the point. So, we'll see. Correct. Well, yeah. You can. I don't know what you. It was the 1991-92 season. So I guess if you said 91 or 92, you were right, because it was the 1991-92 season. That is the correct answer. So shout out to Firestrike, Vaughn, and Romanian Heaven, who all said 1991 or 1992 very early on. Yeah, I didn't think Piffany was a bot, because Piffany's been in the channel for a while. And I appreciate you being here. I really do. I didn't think that... I feel like you're on the channel too much to be a bot. So... Ooh, this is a good one. Going way back, some of you that know the history of the league, particularly the 80s, will, I think, really appreciate this one. What was Adam Oates' first NHL team? So when Adam Oates broke into the NHL, who did he play his first NHL games for? He obviously went on to be a very famous player for a number of different teams. But who was Adam Oates' first NHL team? That is the next question. Whoever gets it right first in the chat, gets obviously the shout out. First NHL team for Adam Oates. Yes, Firestrike, the Detroit Red Wings. You are correct. He was signed as a free agent by the Wings in 1985. He also played for the Blues, Bruins, and Capitals as well. But his first NHL team was the Detroit Red Wings. So that is correct. Detroit is the right answer. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try and get a more modern question here. A lot of these questions are from the 70s and 80s, so I'm trying to get a more modern question here. But yeah, most of these questions are all from the 70s and 80s. Oh, here's a good one from the 2000s. The question's already been answered. I don't know, like, don't keep spamming answers after someone already gets it right. It was the Detroit Red Wings. We answered that like 2 minutes ago. Shit. Where'd the... Oh. Damn, I am all over this. Wow, where'd the question go? Oh, damn it. I lost it. Come on. All right, yeah, here it is. Who led the NHL? All right, next question is on. No, guys, I am asking the questions. If you guys start asking the questions, they all get asked at once, and it's just way too much. Who led the NHL in plus minus in the 2000-2001 season? So the 2000-2001 season, who led the NHL in plus minus that year? I'm not going to give any hints because if I tell you which team he's from, you're going to know it most likely. So that is the question. First one to answer correctly in the chat gets the shout out and the points. All right, once someone puts the correct answer in the chat, I will Fire Strike, you are correct. Another win for Fire Strike. Joe Sakic of the Colorado Avalanche. Also, they won the Stanley Cup that year. One of my favorite players of all time. I actually still have his poster hanging on the wall behind me over here. Actually, I could show you guys that. I might be able to move the that's going to destroy it's going to go blurry. Never mind. Someday I will show you. I'll post a picture maybe on the community page of my Joe Sakic poster. But Joe Sakic led the league that year with a plus 45 plus minus for the Colorado Avalanche in 2000-2001. Okay, moving on now. I'm going to pull up the next question. I'm trying to get some more modern questions, guys. Because a lot of these questions on this page are from like the 70s and 80s, and I know that you guys weren't even. A lot of you weren't even born yet. Some of you were, but some of these questions are just like, who would know that? Who would know that? Interesting. Oh, all right. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Guys, enough with Kahoot. You've all said Kahoot a million times. I'm not doing Kahoot. This is not Kahoot. I'm just asking questions. All right. April 16th, 2003. The Philadelphia Flyers played the Toronto Maple Leafs in a game that took 3 overtimes. Who scored the game-winning goal in that game? Who scored the game-winning goal on April 16th, 2003, 3 overtime game between the Flyers and the Maple Leafs? I will let you know when the correct answer comes up in the chat. Which player scored the game-winning goal in the third overtime of the April 16th, 2003 game between the Flyers and the Maple Leafs? Nobody has gotten it correct yet. Nobody has gotten it yet. I'll give you a hint. They were playing for the Philadelphia Flyers. So the Flyers won that game. There was a Flyers player. Fire Strike, you are correct. Mark Recchi scores the game-winning goal on April 16th, 2003 in the third overtime between the Flyers and the Maple Leafs. It was Mark Recchi. That is correct. Fire Strike with another W and another correct answer. All right, here's a good one. If you guys know draft history, I'm gonna name off 4 players. Only one of them was a first overall pick in the NHL draft. Ready? Only one of these following 4 players was a first overall pick in the NHL draft. Chris Pronger, Jeremy Roenick, Alexei Yashin, and Owen Nolan. Which one of those 4 players was drafted first overall? And it's only one of them. Only one of them was drafted first overall. So, let's see. I will let you guys know. I will let you guys know when the right answer comes up. Fire Strike again gets it correct. It was Owen Nolan. Owen Nolan was picked first overall in 1990 by the Quebec Nordiques. Chris Pronger went second overall in 1993 to Hartford. Alexei Yashin was second in 1992 to Ottawa. And Jeremy Roenick was drafted 8th overall in 1988 by Chicago. The only first overall pick was Owen Nolan. So Fire Strike again comes up clutch there. And gets the correct answer. On to the next page here. God, some of these questions are like not even good questions. Like nobody would ever know them. No one would know this. Like, how many teams did a certain player play for? Like, I have no idea. That one's easy. Everyone would know that. Sutton, I am just picking questions on this page. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. December 2000, what team did Mario Lemieux make his comeback against? So, when Mario Lemieux came back in 2000, which team did he make his comeback against? Hey, what's going on, Seth? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much. No, yes, Kenneth with the correct answer. The fly, or no, my bad, wrong. I don't know why it was, no, that's not right. Nobody has said the correct, yes, Fire Strike is correct. Maple Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sutton as well, saying Toronto right behind him. That is correct. That is correct. December 2000, Lemieux made his comeback against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that is right. Okay. On to the next question. There's some interesting ones here, but there are a lot of questions that you either are way too old for anyone to know, or that oh, this is an interesting one because this is this is a really interesting one, especially me being from the U.S. Who was the first American-born player to have a 100-point season? So the first U.S.-born player to score 100 points in a season. Let me know, guys, down in the chat, and the first one to get it will get a shout out. First American-born player to have a 100-point NHL season. Welcome back, Daniel. Thank you for coming back, man. Appreciate it. Let's see who's gonna get this one right. First U.S.-born player. I don't have, these questions are all old. I'm just reading off the list. I don't have any new 2010s questions. Guys, U.S.-born players, please. Some of you are... Wayne Gretzky is not a U.S.-born player. I believe Hull is Canadian as well, I think. Got U.S.-born player to score 100 points in an NHL season. It is not Mike Modano. No, it was well before Patrick Kane. It happened in the 80s, so I'll give you a hint there. It happened in the 80s. How's Canadian? Nope. 1985-86. It doesn't look like anybody's getting this. I'll give you like 30 more seconds, but it doesn't look like anyone's getting this one. First American-born player. You guys are all like naming Canadian players. American-born player to score 100 points in an NHL season. Fire Strike. He definitely went and looked. He definitely went and looked that up. But he is correct. Neil Broughton of the Minnesota North Stars scored 105 points in 1985-86. And he was the first American player to score 100 points in a single season. That is correct. This one is pretty easy. I think you're all probably going to get this one. Who was the captain of the Ottawa Senators during the 2001 season? This is a longtime captain, probably absolute legend. Probably the biggest Ottawa Senators legend of all time. Captain of the Ottawa Senators for the 2001. It is not Alexei Yashin when someone gets the right answer. Romanian heaven with the correct answer. It's Daniel Alfredsson, and he was obviously the captain in Ottawa for a long, long time. No, you got it right already. You guys don't need to say more answers. You already got it right. It was Daniel Alfredsson. He was the captain in 2001. He was the captain for a long, long time, actually. But during the 2001 season as well. This is another one. You guys know draft history. This is one that you'll definitely know. Which player was chosen first overall by the Quebec Nordiques during the 1991 NHL draft, but never played for the Nordiques and was traded shortly after the draft? He never played for Quebec. He refused to play for Quebec, but he was taken first overall by the Nordiques in 1991. This is a very famous NHL history happening here, so I assume that most of you guys are going to get this one pretty quickly. Yes, Fire Strike, you are correct. Eric Lindros, you are 100% right. Lindros never played for the Quebec Nordiques. He refused to play for Quebec, and he went... Yeah, that was a very easy question. And he ended up obviously spending his best years in the NHL with the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah, that was a very, very easy question. Ace, then no one's making you watch this. Just leave. Just leave if you don't want to watch. Like, I don't know what else you want. If you don't come in the chat and cause issues, or you're just going to get timed out. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is a good one because you're probably not going to get it. Who was the leading playoff point scorer in the 1988-89 season? So, the 1989 playoffs, who led the playoffs in point scoring? And I'll give you a hint, it's a defenseman. So that's what makes this a more difficult question. It was a defenseman in the 1988-89 season who led the NHL in points. First one in the chat with the correct answer that comes up on the scroll here, and you'll get the shout out. It's a defenseman, so no, it is not Theo Fleury. It's a defenseman. Firestrike, correct. Firestrike, you are correct. Al MacInnis. Al MacInnis led the league in points in the playoffs that year for the Calgary Flames. 31 points that season. 31 points in the playoffs. So that was a very, very good postseason for Al MacInnis and the Flames, obviously, as they won the Stanley Cup. And also won the Conn Smythe, yes. Let's see, trying to find the next good one here. God, so many of these are like so far. All right, here's one that you guys will probably know. Here's one that you guys probably will get. Who was the first player to score 500 career goals in the NHL? First player to 500 career goals in the NHL. And you'll probably get this one. I'm not going to give you any hints because this is already a pretty gettable question. If you think about great goal scorers going back early on in NHL history. 500 career goals. First one in the chat gets it. Firestrike again. Jesus. Yes. Rocket Richard. You are correct. Maurice Rocket Richard was the first player to score 500 career goals in the NHL. He's right again. Firestrike, how are you not looking these up? Because, yes, you're all getting the answer right. Yes, you guys know it. But are you looking these up, Firestrike? Like, you literally are like the first one every single time in the chat here. But yes, all of you that said Maurice Richard are correct. He was the first one. And the league's leading scorer gets the Rocket Richard trophy every year for a reason, because he was the king of goals back in the day. Let's see. All right, I'm done with these questions. I'm gonna start asking some different questions here. So let me just see. I want to go. I'm gonna switch over to something. I'm gonna switch over to something here quick, guys. So I might be just a second. Hang on. All right. Let's see. Gonna do some more. We're gonna do some more modern questions here. All right. Ready? All right. You guys ready for the next one? Yeah. I don't know Maple Storms. He is definitely typing it very, very fast. Firestrike is literally getting every single one right here. Like, all right, that's it. You're done, yo. I told you to stop spamming how many times? You are now banned from the channel. See you later. I don't need... I'm not dealing with crap in the chat. You're done. If you're gonna spam in the chat, you're done. You're off the channel. That's it. I'm not putting up with it. All right, who won the President's Trophy in 2013? So the 2012-2013 season, who won the President's Trophy? That is the next question. That is the next question. Pretty easy. I feel like these are all too easy because we literally we're like watching this as it happened. We all were alive for this, so I feel like these are going to be really easy. That's why I like the older ones better. Yes, Firestrike, Chicago. The Chicago Blackhawks won the President's Trophy that year with 77 points. Remember, that was the league shortened season because they missed the first half of the year because of lockout. They had a 48-game season. Chicago went 36-7-5 that year, and the Chicago Blackhawks were the President's Trophy winners. They also went on to win the Stanley Cup, and they were the last President's Trophy winning team to win the Stanley Cup. So no President's Trophy winner since 2013 has actually gone on to win the Stanley Cup, which is why I was really hoping Boston wouldn't win the Stanley Cup this year. Or wouldn't win the President's Trophy this year, excuse me, so that they could win the Stanley Cup. But now there might not even be a Stanley Cup. So, all right, next question here. We're going to go back to 2010. 2010, still the old divisional playoff format. Who was the worst team in the NHL in 2009-2010? So the 2009-2010 season, who was the worst team in the NHL last year, finished dead last in the league standings? Hey, thank you, Coach Plays. Really appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Really, really awesome to have you here. So the current question, yeah, please, thank you, Coach, for sure. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. Keeping the channel going, keeping the content coming. When we don't, well, even though we don't have games to be played. So please like and subscribe if you are new. If you subscribe and your subscriptions are on, or if you donate, there'll be a interesting thing on the. You'll get a surprise during the stream with some new graphics here. Sutton, you are correct. You were first with it, but a lot of you are getting it right now. The Edmonton Oilers were the worst team in the league in 2009-2010 with just 62 points that season. So you guys are right with the Oilers in 2010. Let's see. All right, here's an interesting one. All right, 2016 playoffs. Who were the two wild card teams from the Western Conference in the 2015-16 season? So the 2016 playoffs. Who were the two wild card teams from the Western Conference that year? First one to get it right in the chat. Well, I mean, I'm not even awarding points. Nobody's keeping score. Tate, your chat did not come up on my screen until after Sutton and THG said Oilers. Your chat was the third one down on my screen. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about who says it first anymore, because that's just causing a huge issue apparently in the chat. So just say it. If you get it right in the chat, congratulations. I'm not going to focus on who gets it first anymore, because apparently the chat's not even in the same order for everybody. The correct answer is Nashville and Minnesota. Nashville and Minnesota were the two wildcard teams for the 2016 playoffs. It was Nashville and Minnesota. So you guys get that correct. From two wildcard teams from the West. Obviously, there was the distinction there on being the Western Conference. Okay. Here we go. This is probably going to be an easy one. For you guys, but we're going to go back to 2006. For league's first year back from the full season lockout. First season back from the lockout. The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup that year in 05-06. Who did they play in the Stanley Cup final? Who did Carolina play in the Stanley Cup final in 2005-2006? The league's first year back from the full season lockout in 2004-2005. We do have a correct answer in the chat. Yes, more correct answers are starting to come in. You guys are right. It's the Edmonton Oilers. Carolina played Edmonton in the 2006 Stanley Cup final, and Carolina won the cup that year. Obviously, that those of us that were alive and watched it remember. Let's see. Let's go to 2008 here. A good question from 2008. Next question, guys. Who was the worst team in the Eastern Conference? So not the whole league, just Eastern Conference. Who was the worst team in the Eastern Conference in 2007-2008? That is the question. So, worst team in the Eastern Conference points-wise in 2007-2008. We'll see who gets it right in the chat. Well, we'll see. The chats aren't coming in yet, so we'll see. Yes, I'm starting to see some correct answers come up in the chat here. The Tampa Bay Lightning were the worst team in the Eastern Conference in 2007-2008. 71 points that year, finished dead last in the Southeast Division, finished dead last in the Eastern Conference. Hey, what's going on, Yukio? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping in. Really glad you were able to make it. That's really awesome. Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. As always, remember to hit that like button, guys, and please subscribe to the channel if you are new. I don't know if we have any new people watching or not, but please hit that subscribe button if you are new. Always looking to add more people to the Off the Wall Hockey family here. So, Yes, that is right. The Tampa Bay Lightning were the worst team in the Eastern Conference in 2008. Let's see. Next question here. Trying to come up with one, some good one. Let's do one from last year, a recent one. Let me just, because obviously you guys are going to know the easy stuff. Who was the first team outside of the playoffs in the Western Conference last season? 2018, 2019. So 2019 playoffs just last year. Who was the first team in the Western Conference outside of the playoffs? They missed the cut line by 4 points. So that is the current question, guys. First team in the Western Conference outside of the playoff picture last season in the NHL. That's all I need to know. We'll see who's able to get this one right. I know we got to wait for the delay here a little bit. Correct answer. Oh, we do have a correct answer in the chat. Let's see if more come in before I tell everybody. Want to see if more come in before. All right, yes, the correct answers are starting to come in. The Arizona Coyotes last year were the first team outside of the playoffs in the Western Conference. You guys are correct. It's Arizona. Hey, what's going on, Akuma? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Really, really appreciate it as always. It's been a fun night tonight, guys, even though we have no games to talk about, which sucks. It's all right because we're having a fun stream. It's been a good time so far. Jason's here as well. What's going on, Jason? Much appreciated. Thank you to everyone for being here. Please remember to subscribe if you're new and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. It's really, really appreciated to help the channel grow, especially now that we don't have any actual games going on. There will be no Stanley Cup. There will be no Stanley Cup Sutton awarded if the season does not continue this year. No, nobody is going to. There will be no Stanley Cup champion for this season if the season does not continue. Hey, well, thanks for stopping in, Yukio. Really appreciate it, and hopefully talk to you soon. But thanks for being a part of the channel. Next question, guys. You guys ready? Next question is up. Shoot. Well, who won the President's Trophy in the 2011-2012 season? So 2011, 2012, 2012 playoffs. Who won the President's Trophy in the regular season that year in 2011, 2012? We'll see who gets it right in the chat. I already see correct answers starting to jump in here, so it definitely appears that you guys know it. I'm going to wait for some more answers to come in, but I do see some correct ones for sure. Yup. All right, you guys got it. Yeah, Daniel's been really good here recently. You guys got it. The Vancouver Canucks won the President's Trophy in 2011-2012 with 111 points that season. You are correct. All right, guys. So we've been at this for almost 2 hours now. We're back. We're over an hour and a half. So I am going to start winding this down, but we still got a good number of people here. So I'll do a few more questions. We'll probably do 2 to 3 more, and then I'm going to probably end the stream for tonight. But I really do want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being a part of this. Please hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. Would really, really appreciate it. We're trying to keep the channel going without hockey actually on TV, no games going on. But we're going to keep doing some other things to keep this channel going and keep this community together. And hopefully we get hockey back soon. So I'm going to go back to the early the early 2000s for this one. Wow, okay, hang on. I gotta count here. I'm gonna count to make sure that I know the right answer. We have... Alright, how many teams in 2003/2004, how many teams reached the 100-point mark or higher that season on the year? So how many teams finished in the standings with 100 points or more in 2003/2004? That is the question. (2003/2004), how many teams finished in the standings with 100 points or more that season? Correct answer has not yet been... Daniel, please don't spam answers. Come on, take a real guess at this. Don't just keep saying a bunch of numbers. Take a real guess at this. I see one correct answer. I see one correct answer. Audrey's got it. Let's see if any new ones come in. So far, Audrey's spamming answers too. Please don't just spam numbers, guys. Take a real guess at it and then see if anyone else gets it. Please, please, Audrey, don't just spam a bunch of numbers. Please. That just ruins the chat. One person has gotten it correct, but they're just spamming every number. So the correct answer has been said. Well, you guys are just spamming numbers here, so I'm not gonna ask another question like that. And the answer is 10. The Philadelphia Flyers, New Jersey Devils, Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, Ottawa Senators, Tampa Bay Lightning, Detroit Red Wings, Vancouver Canucks, Colorado Avalanche, and San Jose Sharks. That is 10 teams finished that season, 2003-2004, with 100 points or more on the year. So a whopping 10 teams that year hit the 100-point plateau. Moving on to the next question here. Let's see. Let me pull up another year. We'll go back a little further. Wow. Okay, this is going to be fun. Ugh. All right, guys. Who was the worst team in the NHL in the 1999-2000 season? So the 2000 season, 99-2000, who was the worst team in the NHL that year? And I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. They finished the season with just 39 points. Only 39 points on the year. I see one correct answer in the chat. We'll see if more come, but I know one person's got it because, yes, that is the correct answer. THG has it. We'll see if more come in or if everyone's kind of stopped answering here. Wow, no one's chatting, so I guess no one else is answering. Daniel with the correct answer. Let's see what else comes in here. No, the correct answer, guys, is the Atlanta Thrashers. They finished that season with 39 points. It was the Atlanta Thrashers in 1999-2000. They were the worst team in the league. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna finish off the stream here with this one. Last question, guys. We're gonna go. Let's see. Actually, let's do something else. We're gonna change it up a little bit here. For the final question. My apologies, this might take a second, but I'm going to go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Last question and before I end the stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, even though hockey is obviously not happening right now. Really, really appreciate all of you. Well, thank you for being a part of this community. Remember to hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. Last question here, and then I'm going to call it a night, as we're almost to 2 hours on the stream. Are you guys ready for this one? How many players scored 40 or more goals in the 2013-14 season? So 2013-14, 2014 awards and playoffs and everything like that. How many players in the NHL scored 30 or more, or 40, excuse me, not 30, 40 or more goals that season? Even bonus points if you can tell me. Bonus points if you can tell me who the players were. I almost gave away the answer there. So there's two parts to this question. How many players and who were they that scored 40 or more goals in the 2013-14 season? That is the final question of the night, guys. I'll give you a hint. It's not a very big number. There were not many 40 goal scorers that year. I see one correct answer in the chat. Nobody's said who they were yet, but we do have a correct number in the chat. No, Daniel, Sidney Crosby is not one of them. He had 36 goals that season. (2013-14 season, guys. So make sure you're on the right year. I've only seen the correct answer. Oh, the correct answer has been said twice in the chat so far. Remember, this is the final question. All right. If you guys are done answering, then I'm just gonna tell you. All right. I'm not seeing any new chats come in except from Daniel, who's already got the right answer once. 3 players in 2013-14 scored 40-plus goals that season. Those 3 players are Alex Ovechkin, who led the league with 51, Corey Perry, who scored 43, and Joe Pavelski, who scored 41 that season. Those were the only 3 guys to eclipse the 40-goal mark in 2013-14. Everyone else had 39 or less. So that's going to do it, guys. That was the final question. We did this for almost 2 hours. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. Hi, Nathan. What's going on? Coming in right at the end, man. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. But we've been at this for almost 2 hours now. So that's going to do it for trivia tonight. I'm not sure when the next stream will be, Hockey Fan. Again, guys, just pay attention to the community tab. Look at the community tab on my channel, and I will give you all the updates on there. I'll let you guys know when stuff's going to be and stuff like that. But really, really appreciate you guys all watching. We had a good night of trivia tonight. Remember to please hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Both of those things really, really help out a lot and are very much appreciated. Thank you all for being a part of the stream tonight. Thank you all for watching. We had a really fun time. Had a lot of trivia questions. We did this for almost 2 hours. So I'm going to have a lot of different kinds of streams, guys, now that we don't have actual hockey action to call. Yeah, I'm gonna keep streaming, keep the videos coming. We're gonna keep the channel going and talk as much hockey as we can. So really appreciate you all being here, and I will definitely be talking to you guys soon. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. So see you guys at the next stream. Hopefully, I'll let you guys know when that's gonna be. And with that, I am going to finish out and finish this stream now. So good night, guys. Hopefully talk to you soon. Like and subscribe, and we'll see ya.